Hello and welcome to the season finale of the Hockey Talk. I'm Marcus Curl.
And I'm Andy Gang.
And yeah, so this is the end of season 1. We will be back. I'm not sure if I will be. Yeah, I might be back. We'll see how she goes. But anyway,
let's talk about.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's won the cup.
So no, what do you think of that? What are your thoughts on that? Pittsburgh going back-to-back Stanley Cup.
You know, I in a way, I kind of did expect it, even though I wasn't going for Pittsburgh. But I mean, you know, like they're Pittsburgh, so.
Yeah, you know, again, everyone started cheering for their own team in the playoffs, and you know, so we had some. Say throughout this playoff run, we had some very interesting teams. Some ones who kind of caught us by surprise. Of course, Nashville, the biggest one. You know, we don't expect them to go to the finals, and then St. Louis knocking out the Wild.
Even Nashville going to a conference finals.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they've never even been to that before.
Exactly.
So huge accomplishments for Nashville.
And then you got Toronto taking the Caps to Game 7. You know, that was impressive too. And the Oilers getting past the Sharks and moving on, and just a lot of things that showed up, and you know, people who show up in the playoffs, like Jake Gensel for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's start there with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Jake Gensel, rookie, gets his first Stanley Cup, you know, and then now we have back-to-back Cups for the Penguins.
Exactly.
And I don't know, if I look at that last game, I find it kind of unlucky for the Predators, of course. Minute and a half left, scoreless game, bounced puck off the boards, and Patrick Hornqvist off the back of Pekka Rinne.
The fact they say scoreless, you know, there was that one goal by Nashville that I say should have counted.
Yeah, that
was really bad on officialing. You know, I get that he couldn't see it. He blew his whistle, but I mean, the puck was right there. It was a wide open net. You know.
Exactly. No, I definitely agree with you. That was really bad call.
It's the final, so yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things don't get called in the finals, especially in the playoffs. Just in general, it's different. I guess reffing is just different.
But that was really bad.
Yeah, no, it is, and I don't know. And then you got again, then especially Patrick Hornqvist's goal was very. Yeah. It wasn't. Like, he worked hard to get it, but it wasn't nice, right? It was just unlucky for Pekka Rinne and the Nashville Predators. And it really just...
Yeah, the way it just sort of bounced and he hit it and went in.
With the minute and a half left, minute 35, that crowd did not die at all. Once they started dropping the puck, they started chanting, "Let's go Nashville." They tried to get their team going. And
they even did after the empty net.
Yeah.
You know, that is dedication right there.
Yeah, I know. But one thing I must say about the Nashville fans is after a game when they're kind of like congratulating the Penguins and stuff, they're kind of booing and stuff. That's not respectful.
Well, no. And how they just threw all of their hankies and whatever they are.
You know, if you win the cup, you win the cup. Yeah. That team deserves kind of...
And I do get, like, I mean, you're winning it in a way, and it would be nice to win at home. You know, you have the crowd cheering you, but still, you got to be respectful.
Yeah, no. And so I don't know. Again, and definitely a difference maker in this series was goaltending. Matt Murray played phenomenal. Again, he just like last year. He didn't make really any mistakes. No. He played great in all the games, especially today, Game 6. But I don't know. Pekka Rinne can't play in Pittsburgh. He just can't.
No.
You know, every game, you know, he started out well, and he just couldn't. I don't know what it is with playing in that arena, but apparently it just didn't work well for him.
Exactly.
And that was definitely a difference maker, because if you can't have your goalie stand up for you, then, you know, that's your last line defense.
Yeah.
What are you going to do then, right? So, I don't know. Again, he played well, and again, if they would have won the cup, he would have been a good one for the Conn Smythe, but, you know, so, and Matt Murray again, he's being just a god practically on the ice.
Exactly.
It's just what he did last year, so the repeat performance. And that's one thing I would say is Matt Murray, he played one full season now as the goalie for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and he played last year a little bit, and he played for the playoffs, right? And now he's still practically a rookie.
Exactly.
He's got 2 cups.
A rookie.
And there's so many players in the NHL right now that deserve a cup, like even the City and stuff like that, and don't have 2 cups. So
that's phenomenal for him.
It is. He's definitely, that's why he's going to stay in Pittsburgh, and it's sad to say this.
They're going to keep him for a long time.
Yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury is going to be gone.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. I like him. He's a good goalie.
He is.
Again, he's had a lot of success too. He has 3 cups now. He has a gold medal. You know, he's good. But again, I hope he goes somewhere where he can try to compete against the Penguins like that. But he was pretty emotional yesterday in the locker cleanout, saying, you know, stuff.
Well,
like
with how long he's played for him.
Yeah, 12 seasons of hockey in Pittsburgh, and so again,
and with all, he's been with some of those players for a long time too, like Sidney Crosby and.
Malkin and Letang and Kunitz soon. But Crosby was saying he didn't want to talk about it. It was too emotional for him. It's too upsetting. He just didn't want to, right? You don't want to see your friend have to go, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? And Marc-Andre Fleury knows about that. So
it's not just a team that plays hockey. They're like connected in a way.
Yeah, no,
that's more than friends.
It is definitely. You're right, and I don't know. Like I said, he has still a couple more years in him. He can do something. So if he goes somewhere, maybe he can, if he goes to Vegas, if he goes to Vancouver, a team like that, and maybe he can be a difference maker there, right? So I think that was his last cup, sadly, but at least he got to win one more. That's the way to end the season. He didn't play. He
got to hoisted and
he played well in the first round of the playoffs and a little bit in the second, and that was he just shut the door, right? So again, they needed him, and he came big when they needed him. So and so now you got to congratulate the Pittsburgh Penguins now, back-to-back Stanley Cups, first team since Detroit did it in the '90s. So again, and they have the odds of doing it again 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
They have the skill and the power to do it. They're not going to lose much, honestly. They're going over teams that who's going to lose big and stuff, and they're not going to lose much. So.
No, they could even gain.
Yeah, they could. So
they have a potential.
Yeah, no. So again, we'll have to see. Next year's totally different. Again, Columbus took us by surprise this season. So again, Pittsburgh could surprisingly just collapse and not make the playoffs next year like that. We don't know. So again.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, but no, congratulations to them. Even congratulations to Nashville Predators on first-time franchise history. You make it to the conference finals and the Stanley Cup finals, so
big
good on them.
accomplishments.
Yeah, it just came down to goaltending and injuries there at the end, so I feel bad for him. But again, I think it's good for the city because the city of Nashville now will kind of wrap around hockey and hopefully they become more of a hockey town, and they should give them a boost, right? They should have more confidence going next season. So, congratulations to both those teams on the success they had in the playoffs, and we'll have to see what happens next year and start off in October and see if the Pens can 3 times in a row, maybe, no? So, no. Anyways, now we have the draft expansion coming up.
Yeah, big trades have happened already.
Yes, so yesterday, of course, if anyone who didn't know, Jonathan Drouin is now a Montreal Canadian after being traded for Mikhail Segorov and a couple conventional second-round picks, I guess. So, I don't know. Some defense rookie from Montreal. Actually, I've never even heard of him before in my life. I don't know.
No, I haven't really either, but...
I don't know. Apparently, this was really good. Everyone's saying that Tampa Bay won the trade. But I think at this point, this rookie defenseman, he needs a couple years, maybe a year and a half to get ready in the NHL. So I think Montreal won this trade as of now. But one thing they're talking about is Montreal going to need Radulov anymore? Because... they're saying stuff that they might not want him because he was supposed to be the power boost, and now you have Drouin. So, I don't know. Drouin's a great player. He's an all-around type player. He can score when he needs to. Again, so he played with 74 games this year, and he had 21 goals or 22 goals like that. That's not too bad. Yeah. He had like 40-something points. He's not a bad player. Again, he's not an all-star, but he can put up points when you need to, and he'll be definitely a big effect for the offense. But one thing that caught me off guard was Montreal needs defense. They need some more defense.
Yeah.
Again, they're saying that Montreal doesn't score many goals. They don't. Again, when they win games, they win at like 2-1, 3-2, stuff like that, right? So I guess adding more offense is good, but...
I'm with you with the defense.
Yeah, they lost a rookie defenseman that could... Apparently, he's supposed to be really good. I've never seen him play, so again, I can't really say anything on that, but I don't know. So, again, this could work out well. People are saying it's going to work out well for Tampa in the long run, but... Again,
I'd say it's a win for Montreal.
Yeah, as this moment, I say it's a win for Montreal. Again, Jonathan Drouin's an amazing player.
Exactly.
He's definitely got a lot to go behind him. And of course, he's in his home. He's practically home now, right? He's a French Canadian, so he's practically home. He feels like he wants to play in the Bell Center, and this is where he wants to be. So,
I think he'll be happy there.
Yeah, I just think that would be just a boost on everything he has. So, that's probably the first big trade that we're going to see, but that's not the last one. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on next week. People are going to try to be getting rid of players before the expansion, so maybe they can get something out of that. So it's going to be and Canucks signed Eric Gudbranson to a 1-year, $3.5 million deal contract. So that was yesterday. So he's going to be staying in Vancouver for a year. And I don't know, they're saying something like they did that for him so he can. Well, the Canucks need him. He's a good defenseman. He didn't play many games last year.
Canucks need a lot, but he's going to definitely help.
He's a good defenseman. I like him. He's a nice guy. Again, he came over with the Jared McCann trade to Florida, so that was I say it's a bad trade. It was by far, but he's still a good defenseman. The Canucks need that, and so I think that's the team the Canucks just need to rebuild too. So we'll see what happens. There's gonna be teams. Like I said, Fleury could go to Vancouver. TJ Oshie still could be going somewhere. Shattenkirk too. So there could be a lot of stuff happening, and again, where there could be some teams that like even Florida, Vancouver teams that aren't that good just be built up now. So
yeah,
in the next week, we all know what could happen. A lot of things could happen. Again, last year was. I wonder if we're gonna have a trade as big as that PK Subban Shea Weber trade again as last year. Do you think we're gonna have something like that?
It's possible. You know,
there's John Tavares and Steven Stamkos are kind of the big names out there right now, and Matt Duchene. So those three names. Steven Stamkos not as much, but I think more John Tavares. He only has a year left on his contract, and he could be moved. You don't know. He has places he'd like to go, but I'm pretty sure he'd like to stay in New York. So we'll have to see. But no, so it's gonna be an interesting next week, and we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah,
there should be some big trades and what's going down in expansion. I think the last thing we're gonna do here is we're just gonna. I don't know. What do you want? What are you talking about? It's the last episode. What do you want to talk about? We had.
I don't know. I'd just like to thank everyone who's watched our videos and all the support that we've got.
Again, this is probably Marcus's last video on the Hockey Talk. So
it could be.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to have to co-host with me next year, but I'll be back next year. If anyone really has any ideas of what they want next year, I will put that into thought, but I don't know. I have kind of a plan out for next year. But again, this isn't the end of the Hockey Talk. This is only season 1. Season 2 will be next year, and hopefully we'll get more stuff done next year. And I don't know. Again, we'll have to see. But again, this is Marcus's last episode. Like, shout out to everyone who really has some kind of effect on the show. Of course, Jason, our cameraman, he helped us out, of course, in the first episode. So, but no, it's been pretty fun. I don't know, any highlights you have? What's your favorite part of the Hockey Talk? What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Hockey Talk has just been a big part of my life in the last few months. So
yeah, I know. I enjoy it, and again, like I said, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, just seeing how the channel has risen with all the views that we've got has been pretty amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We have like 8,000 views on the channel right now. So again, that's all thanks to everyone who watches and the support. And if anyone has any ideas for next season, I'm all open. I'm open ears, so I'd love to hear what you have to say. But no, I think that's where we're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
I'm Andy Gang.
And I'm Marcus Curl. This is the Hockey Talk signing off.